Perched on the east coast of Australia, few cities are as geographically spectacular as Sydney, the capital of the state of New South Wales and home to over 4.5 million people. Surrounded by the rolling Pacific Ocean, two dramatic headlands stand as a timeless gateway to one of the world's most beautiful harbours. Blessed with over 100 beaches, bathed in year-round sunshine and buzzing with a youthful vitality, when it comes to the good life, Sydney is hard to top. Sydney's heart is the harbour. What began as a penal colony in 1788 would within a century be transformed into paradise. From its rough and tumble beginnings in an area known as the Rocks, Sydney soon threw off its convict shackles and blossomed into a gracious city, filled with Victorian architecture and public gardens. New arrivals came by the boatload in search of a new life. The city expanded into gorgeous inner city suburbs like Paddington, harbour neighbourhoods like Rose Bay, and into beachside communities up and down the coast. For first-timers, Sydney can feel like a maze of beaches, headlands, bays and coves. The quickest way to find your bearings is to take a trip to the top of Sydney Tower. From over 800 feet up, the observation deck offers 360-degree views of the entire city. Once you've come to grips with the layout of the city, head to Circular Quay, Sydney's version of Grand Central Station. From Circular Quay, you can get just about anywhere by ferry, water taxi or train. Just to the right, like white sails billowing in the breeze, is the Sydney Opera House. You don't need a ticket or tuxedo to explore this incredible performance venue. Whichever way you look, inside or outside, up or down, the Opera House is nothing less than an architectural miracle. Just behind the Opera House, on the site of Sydney's first farm, are the Royal Botanic Gardens and the Sydney Domain. Here you'll find Government House, the Art Gallery of New South Wales, and some of the leafiest views in Sydney. To the left of Circular Quay stands the famous coat hanger, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. One of Sydney's famous sons, Paul Hogan, the star of Crocodile Dundee, was a painter on the bridge before he hit the big time. But you don't need to work on the bridge to enjoy the views from the top. Simply strap on a safety harness and join a bridge climb tour. Just across the bridge at Luna Park, you'll find Sydney's most famous smile. The rides are a little on the vintage side, but the locals wouldn't have it any other way. This heritage-listed fun park has been thrilling Aussie families since 1935. Just a short ferry ride from Luna Park is Darling Harbour, one of Sydney's urban renewal triumphs. Once the site of rusting railway yards, Darling Harbour is now home to the National Maritime Museum and popular parks, bars and restaurants. Only a few blocks away, you'll find the Powerhouse Museum, a celebration of steam, space and science. A short walk across the Piermont Bridge is the Sydney Sea Life Aquarium, where you'll experience many of Australia's maritime environments, from the Great Barrier Reef to the rugged South Coast. Australia has a reputation as a land of creatures that bite, sting and can even rip off your whole arm. At the Wildlife Sydney Nature Park, say g'day to some of the world's deadliest creatures, as well as some of Australia's most cuddly. But for the zoo with the view, hop back on the ferry and cruise over to Taronga Zoo. Ride the cable car to the top of the hill and follow the paths back down, past some of the happiest and most relaxed looking creatures you'll ever see. And who wouldn't be with views like this? When it's time to cool off, grab your towel and head to Bondi Beach. You haven't experienced Sydney until you've felt Bondi's golden sand between your toes. The beach is patrolled year-round by bronzed Aussie lifesavers, but always remember to swim between the flags. Another famous seaside suburb not to be missed is Manly. The 30-minute ferry ride from Circular Quay to Manly Wharf is all part of the adventure. Go for a dip in the gentle harbourside waters of Manly Cove, or head through the historic Corso to Manly Beach. If you've never tried surfing, pack your board shorts. This is the place to learn. Feeling energetic? Hike the coastal paths and bush tracks to North Head for some incredible views back to the city. So, you've climbed the bridge, tackled some Bondi waves and wrangled the wildlife. No doubt you're feeling a little thirsty. Time to partake in one of the great Sydney traditions. Join the locals by the water, raise your ice-cold beer and make a toast to paradise.
At Jet 455, yeah. Sorry. South Center, it's Etihad 455, super flight level 145, climbing 280.
Etihad 455, Centre, good day, climb 2, flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300 at Etihad 455.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome aboard from a flight deck. This is your captain speaking. I want to thank all of you for being with us today. We are just getting the last of the luggage stowed on board and we should be departing on time in just a few minutes. I will be speaking to you again later on, so thanks again and enjoy the flight.
Etihad 5 Charlie Lima, just for information, their track diverges from yours after parks by a few degrees, so it's not quite the same track, and it'll spread by about 5 miles at about 100 miles from parks.
Yorana, welcome to my home, the beautiful Cook Island.
For decades, we've been flying passengers here for rest, relaxation and romance.
Coincidentally, it's also the 50th anniversary of the world-famous Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
So we thought this was the perfect opportunity to demonstrate
The beauty of safety.
Kirana, I'm Chrissy. This is Jess, Hannah, and Ariel.
And we're going to take you through safety in paradise.
Just settle in and relax. You are on island time now.
Please pay close attention and obey all crew member instructions and all illuminated signs.
Any loose items you might have need to be tucked safely under the seat in front of you.
If the seatbelt sign lights up, nip back to your seat straight away. Fasten your seatbelt and make sure it fits low and snug across your hips.
Although we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, if you do need to get up, release by lifting the lever. If an oxygen mask appears, pull down on the mask, place over your nose and mouth, and pull the elastic on both sides to tighten.
Don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. You'll be able to breathe freely straight away.
If you're sitting with others, even young ones, make sure you have your own mask on before helping with theirs.
If an emergency were to happen during takeoff or landing, either brace yourself on the seat in front of you or pop your hands on your head, elbows on either sides of your thighs, and make sure your feet are flat on the floor.
Your life jacket can be found under your seat.
And they're really easy to put on while seated. Just rip open the tab, remove from the pouch, slip it over your head, clip into the waistband, and pull tight.
Life jackets are inflated by pulling on this red tag.
But only do so once you've exited the aircraft.
If you need to inflate your life jacket a bit more, blow into the mouthpiece.
The crew will provide infant life jackets for babies if necessary.
Smoking anywhere on the aircraft is not allowed, as it's dangerous.
Oh, hi, Ariel.
Hi, Christy. Sorry you couldn't be here, babe.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. But life's not all bad.
Christy Brinkley, kia ora.
Hi, everybody. I hate to break this up, guys, but electronic devices can't be used while we're in flight unless it's switched to flight mode.
Oops. Catch you later, guys.
If you are going to use one, switch it to flight mode so it doesn't interfere with the plane's navigation. And make sure the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are turned off as well. Always power them off for takeoff and landing. For more information, please refer to your safety card or ask one of the crew.
In an emergency, there are lights on the floor that'll help lead you to the exits. Your crew are now pointing out your exits.
Your nearest exit could be behind you, so have a look and count the rows to the nearest exit.
Well, we could get very used to this, but for now, it's time for us to head to your destination.
So from all of us here in the beautiful paradise of the Cook Islands and from all of your crew, thank you for flying Air New Zealand.
Airera, come visit soon, eh?
What is 25, return contact center 133.8, okay. 1338, what is 25, good day.
Oh, is disconnected, bypass pin is removed. Thumbs up on the left and catch you next time, have a safe flight.
Approach 13455, contact transmit. Aircraft 12455, run contact transmit, super transmit. I made 145 visual. Close to this man.
Station 1602, center, request.
I'll go ahead, contact Patrick.
Station 1602, are you able to log on data link? You appear to have a problem.
26. Yeah, contact Patrick.
Roger. Thank you, 1326, climb rise to the bubble 280.
I think bubble 280, PJ 1726.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the takeoff. The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on channel 9 and your headsets in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flights as soon as we're in the air. So thank you, and again, welcome aboard.
Roger, this evening, Cathay 1G, stamping 1,700 feet, climbing 5,000, the Richmond flight.
That's right, heavy departures to identify campus speed restriction.
Cathay 1G.
Stations Brisbane Centre, the Williamtown control zone and associated restricted airspace within 25 miles is now deactive. Class Echo and CTAV procedures apply. Polynesian 856, cancel seat, turn right, straight to no bar.
Cancel seat and turn right to no bar, Polynesian 856. Sydney departures today, Qantas 497, passing 1,600, climbing 5,000.
Qantas 487 departures, evening identified, climb right to the flight level 280, cancel speed restriction.
Climb right to seat, flight level 280, cancel speed restriction, Qantas 497.
Q204, you're listening in? I gather in the Richmond area at the moment, and that aircraft just reported the beacon as a trial southern overhead Richmond this time, flight level 129.
Okay, Rescue 204, understood. We haven't had any joy at this time. There's definitely a beacon here, but we haven't had any joy at locating it. We're approaching bingo fuel, and I'll give you a call right test you if we're heading back out again.
Completo 302, contact center 133, that's 40.
133, that's 40, Completo 302. Good day. Line 452, contact center 124, decimal 91. Response, contact for evening, China 732, climbing flight level 2, sector. China 732, Christmas, good evening.
Ybbn 230 at 7, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
The takeoff 24 left, New Zealand 2 heading.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, I will be turning off the seatbelt signs shortly. We've got a top-notch cabin crew to serve you, and they should be able to begin that great service very soon. From the flight deck, your captain here, between a world below and some great cloud formations, we have a lovely view outside the aircraft today. Mother Nature at her best.
A letter to my 8-year-old self. You're 8 years old and you believe you can do anything. You're right. At school, a boy will tease you because you say you want to be a pilot. He's never heard of a girl being a pilot. One day he will fly in your plane, recognise your name, and you will come out and say hi. Because the people who don't believe you can do it are part of the reason you do.
Dear 8-year-old Rob, when you grow up, you want to be a pilot. It'll be when your family starts taking trips to Wellington Airport on Sundays. You and your brother will sit on the rocks at the southern end, eating fish and chips, and waiting for each arrival to fly over the top of you. You'll become aviation obsessed. Work really hard in school. The hard work will pay off. Trust me.
Well, folks, from the flight deck, Captain Rob Graves speaking again. For those of you out the right-hand side of the aeroplane.
You'll always remember driving past Ardmore and seeing all the little aeroplanes waiting to be flown. It was then that you had visions of your head in the clouds, never once thinking it was unachievable.
You'll love knowing that you can command an aircraft safely. You'll get used to your office being at 30,000 feet.
Auckland delivery, G'day New Zealand 28. Request clearance Houston, flight level 310, information hotel 1025.
The schedules will be tough, but you'll get used to the lifestyle. You'll have found your true north, and you'll follow it to the end of the earth.
At Air New Zealand, you will join a number of female pilots, like-minded women, your lifelong friends. So enjoy the journey. It will take you on some great adventures. Love, Susie.
You're going to doubt yourself 1,000 times through every test and challenge. But one day, you'll walk through the terminal in your uniform, slow down for a second, and realise there is nowhere else you'd rather be than flying a plane. Love, Rob.
gentlemen, from the flight deck, we are just about to begin our descent and I will be turning on the seatbelt signs shortly. So please return to your seats as soon as you can. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, those double chimes indicate that we're well into our descent, so all electronic equipment needs to be turned off at this time and safely stowed away along with any other carry-on luggage you may have taken out. Also, please check to make sure that your seat back is in the full upright position, your tray table stored and locked in place, and your seatbelt fastened. For those of you in our our business and first class cabins, if you would make sure that you push the green airplane reset mode button. And for those of you in first class, your shoulder straps must be fastened.
Operate decimal 5, you go 595. Kilo 595, flight level 3, send this.
Kilo 595, Halverson, BW1 Alpha, arrival runway 27, flight level 370.
BW1 Alpha, Robber, runway 27, flight level 370, Kilo 595. Tower car 47 on runway 25, we're ready to commence the next westbound run. Car 47, yes, unrestricted runs approved, unrestricted crossings of 16 right until advised. And unrestricted crossings of runway 16 right, car 47. Hold short. Car 47, are you about to commence the next run, or I've got a crossing on 16 run? Yeah, well, we're going to Car 47. Car 19 coming across from a 07.
Continue TACON on company bacon and we'll start the plane to go west. Thanks. Come on incoming, thank you.
Flight attendants, disarm doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please check around you for any personal belongings. Please also use caution when opening the overhead lockers, as heavy articles may have shifted during the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us, and have a pleasant day.
Canon Lima into drop the bar.
runway 16 left.
I have the runway
270, contact me now on 12455.
12455,
And then 272, still no the traffic report when you get back down this side. Company into runway 25. Thanks, enter runway 25, Completo Company. Landed by Sam, cancel that lunch. MS 272 Southwest, terminated, good morning. Yep. Blue Charlie.
Good morning, sir. We've got a company 737, domestic gate 11, requesting a reposition to Qantas West.
Blue Charlie, reposition approved.
Reposition approved. Type Blue Charlie.
5, g'day.